Do. Oh, hot stuff tonight. Fired up to play Dinosaurs. I know I took a night off last night, played Minecraft, which I absolutely love. I did a bunch of work with the base and everything after I was done building some stairs and whatnot. But hello and welcome to tonight's fantastic Magic the Gathering dinosaur action on Arena in Explore Stampede Dinos. If you're wondering at any point, what this deck is about, if you're new, a link to the guide video I made in the description. Cut, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. All is well with me. Absolutely loving to try out the new Sunspine Lynx. We'll talk about if it is better than the other two dinosaurs, which stop life gain. This does more than that, although it does cost 2 red and could be a little bit of a difficult hoop to jump through. Yes, happy Monday. Hopefully everybody had a good day at work, wherever it is, wherever you are. It's going to be a good time tonight. Absolutely. Yes, I read that comment in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord and you like to use it, definitely do so. Okay, the music's playing. All right. Hopefully the chat gets fixed a little bit with YouTube there, because it is nice to have added in for sure. Okay, I think that's good enough. Yeah, that should work. Probably. Okay. Off to the races. Get right into it. Nothing much has changed, as it is my favorite way to play dinosaurs. Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant, barf a bunch of creatures. Oftentimes they have haste with Surik and Goreclaw, which I'm continuing to use. Keep in mind, it is legendary, so if you put 2 out, well, that's kind of bad. But if both are put out with Ghalta's ability, you get double the triggers. Let's say 2 Carnage Tyrants were put out, 2 Surik and Goreclaws, and 1 Vaultborn. Vaultborn would see both Surik and Goreclaws, but also you would put 2 counters on Vaultborn for the 2 Surik and Goreclaws, 2 counters on Carnage Tyrant. So this is not a bad thing to happen. And then you just choose whichever Surik and Goreclaw you want to keep. One of them will get haste because they both see the other, so you actually get to attack with one of them if there's 2 or more that are put out. But it's a big thing. Trample gives everything else trample, which is nice. However, we're getting on to the Sunspine Lynx. Yeah, it stops life gain, costs 2 and 2 red. It's a 5/4, which is quite nice. It doesn't have trample, but of course Surik and Goreclaw could make that happen, make it bigger, and give it haste. And it has at least 4 power, so we trigger Vaultborn. We don't gain the life, sadly, because Sunspine Lynx is turning that off. But also, damage can't be prevented. You guys may remember, a couple times, sort of recently, I've lost to 9 lives Solemnity or some sort of 9 lives combo. Damage is prevented, and once 9 counters are put on 9 lives, it's sacrificed. When it leaves the battlefield, the opponent loses. However, they can give it to me. But now 9 lives just does nothing. With this, my damage continues on through, and the opponent might just rage quit if I drop it. But also, they might not have time to quit. When it enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. It could be a little bit problematic for myself, but we'll just have to time it. If I'm going to kill myself, of course I won't play it. But if it finishes off the opponent, that is going to be very nice indeed. Hey, if I have enough life to survive, I might just play it. I would imagine at least it's probably doing 4 or 5 damage, possibly 6, if the game has gone on long enough. Of course, I would maybe try to gain a bunch of life with Vaultborn, possibly play the Sunspine Lynx on the following turn when my life total is nice and padded. So if I am taking 7, 8, well, probably not 8, but you never know. 8 damage, I'm safe. I can't gain any more life, so gain the batch of stuff with Vaultborn before Sunspine turns it off. And if I want to hate against life gain, that is, I don't hate life. I love what I'm doing here, but if I want to hate against it, I want to see it as much as possible. Whatever choice I'm choosing. 4 copies, the maximum. I could add in Giant Cinema if I wanted. Of course, there is a lot of different stuff you face. Being on the ranked ladder, you never know what you're going to get, and I do imagine tonight is going to be more of that. And yeah, we'll keep in mind, maybe some more red sources. Trim 1 Cavern, although I gotta say I'd like 2, just in case, to see it a little bit more, and if that control opponent has destroyed something with Field of Ruin or Demolition Field, rough stuff. And it does seem like the bugs and whatnot, they have been fixed. All the bugs. There was quite a few, unfortunately. Whew. Painful stuff. I imagine I'll probably want to go up to 8 actual red sources. Now keep in mind, another Cavern of Souls. I could choose Cat for that to get the source of red. Sunken Citadel, the first one could be chosen as red. If I have other green sources in my hand, still able to activate Castle Garenbrig's ability there, needing 2 green. So we'll just have to evaluate as cards are drawn, as I usually try to do, and I don't have to evaluate that hand very much. Don't even have to think about it. Hardly. Okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Okay, good. No funny business. Commercial District is lovely stuff, and I gotta say, I think I like Commercial District more than Sheltered Thicket. It didn't really get me ahead. It just saw that there was a Sylvan Scrying on top. We're gonna use it. Got to use it at some point. Grab the Sunken Citadel, and now, as it sometimes goes, the opponent's chances may have sunken. However, what do they got going on? We've got blue and green. I imagine there's going to be some sort of funny business, probably. See if they counter this, finally. That would be good. I don't really need Commune with Dinosaurs. I don't need any more lands. I want Carnage Tyrant just in case to have something to play next turn. I'll likely be going Archdruid's Charm, grabbing and putting another Sunken Citadel out. However, they could be holding up perhaps a counter spell of sorts. Oh, okay. Simic Flash. Something like that. They're going to have counter spells, things that stop me, I bet. Oh, bouncing the Brazen Borrower. Very brazen of them. However, they got mana up. I don't see a situation where Archdruid's Charm is going to go off. We'll just play Carnage Tyrant, get it out of the way. They can't stop it. They can't bounce it. And then we have Castle Garenbrig here. I know I'm going to be making 7 mana next turn. I have to imagine my clock is better than the opponent's. Especially when you can't counter, can't target. It's going to happen. It's going to land. And they might just quit. Okay.
Yes.
If you're not facing off against aggro, that's a good thing to do. It's not always aggro, for sure, but pretty basic, straightforward. Don't be greedy. Again, if I wasn't going to make 7, if I knew I wasn't for sure getting to Tyrranax Rex on the following turn with the lands I had, I probably would have tried for Archdruid's Charm, grab and put another Sunken out, but yeah, Carnage followed by T-Rex, thumbs up. Now, do I want to do anything different? There is some flying creatures, arboreal grazers. I can see Surik and Goreclaw not necessarily being needed. It's not like I have to go super fast. I imagine against this deck, just playing a lot of flashy things, especially if I tried to play Surik and Goreclaw, it probably would be countered. So Arboreal Grazer, maybe sneaking it in earlier, and possibly the Grazer is going to eat up some sort of counter spell. Maybe that's going to lead to Archdruid's Charm resolving later on down the line. I wouldn't be resolving anything with no lands. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Yeah, send Palani's to the bottom. We have Cavern of Souls. It's looking good. Maybe it's going to be like Simic, enter the battlefield effects. Simic frogs. Something like that. Nice to see a Sunken Citadel. I would have assumed either Castle Garenbrig or a Sunken would be in the top 5 there. There's a pretty decent chance of that happening, and should be good. I would hope to see a Sylvan Scrying or an Archdruid's Charm coming up, but keep in mind I did send one of the 4 Sylvan Scryings to the bottom, so we'll see. Castle Garenbrig, Archdruids. They must have some sort of funny business up their sleeve. They have to. Doesn't seem super aggressive though. I would imagine we have a decent chance here. They're just holding up mana, and eventually I'm just going to play something, and they can't do anything about it. I hope I see a Regisaur Alpha or a Palani's Hatcher. I really maybe should have kept the Palani's at the start. I do have 2 Ghaltas, of course. Sending one to the bottom, there's still 3 copies that are higher than the bottom of the deck. We'll see. Playing one though, having it. Hey, whoa, alright. There we go. Huh. Well, how about that?
Bazinga!
Oh, Ether Gust. Okay, fine. I'll just keep putting it on the bottom, making them squirm. You got an Ether Gust every single turn. Okay, well, Castle Garenbrig, that's good. A little bit unfortunate. Commercial District might as well. We got that Cavern of Souls in my hand. Yeah. I like another Vaultborn. I have one in my hand. Again, let's not be greedy. Let's dig a little bit closer to draw a land. At least playing Carnage Tyrant, I do feel safe. Eventually, they're not going to have Ether Gust. So, it's a good thing indeed. Boom. I hope not. Okay. All right. We'll keep sending it to the bottom. They constantly have to hold up 3, perhaps. Maybe not. We have to watch out for Tishana's Tidebinder, a fairly new card from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It stops Ghalta's enter the battlefield ability, whatchamacallit. I guess we're almost dead. Mostly dead. Oh, that's pretty good. I was having so much fun talking about things that, there's no more Ether Gust. The Restless Vinestalk kills us, has flying, doesn't have flying. Doesn't matter. We only have 1 creature, so boom. Okay. Do I still like the Grazer? Yeah. We could be very sneaky, but sadly we do have to watch out for Boseiju, who endures. Pretty straightforward. I would certainly expect opponents to have it. If you're in green, might as well have a couple copies in. Painfully. Yeah. Grazer it is. There is the potential that would just help us explode so completely, devastate opponents. Now I could take out Ghalta. Now, if they have Tishana's Tidebinder, stopping that would be quite painful indeed. That hand, painful. Bad is. Well, that's a perfect hand indeed. Even if they have Boseiju to take out Castle, the other Sylvan would likely grab it. I need a forest. But do I need Ghalta? You know what? We'll play it safe. Sylvan Scrying eventually grabbing a forest. I would imagine drawing another land or an Archdruid's. I want to go big or go home by keeping that Ghalta. I could very easily get flooded. At the moment, I'm looking at 6 mana with the 3 lands that I have. Sylvan Scrying is going to be a 7th. Then I just naturally draw another land or something like that. Oh, well, okay. Fine by me. We'll keep it in green as well for Sunken. We don't really need the red. Regisaur Alpha, Palani's Hatcher is nowhere to be found, and I do hope those would be put. Oh, wow, okay, well. Question becomes if they'll take out Castle Garenbrig. We'll go with Sylvan Scrying, see if it draws out a Ether Gust or something. Don't exactly care too much. Good. Another castle. Watch out. I imagine they have counter spells. Now, Cavern of Souls maybe. Could have been better. But I want to back up Castle Garenbrig a little bit more, just because I saw Boseiju. That is interesting, though. Huh. Mist Breath Elder. That's pretty decent stuff. Well, I guess I'll choose red. I'm kind of hoping they go with Boseiju, but the Mist Breath Elder really just gets bigger and bigger. Another counter. They bounce it. So it's got like permanent hexproof. And 2 counters a turn. That's pretty good. I like it. Of course, I do imagine whatever we play is countered and we will be dead next turn, probably. Must have an Ether Gust or a counter. This is... Oh, okay. Good. I think. I hope. Well, they're not destroying it, that's for sure. Probably just bouncing it. Huh. It seems like they might not have a counter spell. I like that. I hope they don't. This could be good. Hopefully I draw Cavern of Souls, but I'm gaining more life. That's what I want to be doing. Maybe they bounce it. They could do something to it. Huh. We'll play the other Sunken. We're feeling good. Do I try for a Vaultborn? We should be safe. I think. I hope. Oh. Double up. We'll draw out any sort of funny business they have, and we stabilize quite a bit. We don't have to worry too much. I'll keep that token there. I might double block the Mist Breath Elder if at all possible, and hopefully it doesn't get flying or something like that. Yeah, I was going to say, if they didn't get a third land, oh man, that would have been way rough. Big time. Okay, well, let's... Yeah, we'll see if we can go off with Sylvan and grab that Cavern of Souls. I don't imagine we will, but that could draw out mana from the opponent, which would mean we get to go off with Ghalta. Any number of scenarios are going to be quite fantastic for us. Good. That's what I want to see. Yeah, let's try Ghalta. I hope. Okay. Tishana's Tidebinder. Huh. Actually, no, I guess not. I guess, maybe they're dead. Perhaps they're dead. Oh, okay. Ooh. Well, Simic, Flash, Mist Breath, Elder. We can look at that fantastic green frog here for a little bit. New addition from Bloomborough. I actually was thinking of using the Mist Breath Elder in my dino decks because so much of it features, well, enter the battlefield effects. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can return another creature, or you have to return another creature. It's not a may to its owner's hand. If you do, you put a counter on it. Otherwise, you may return Mist Breath Elder to its owner's hand. That's quite fantastic indeed. So, what they were doing there, Saiba, Cryptomancer, flashing it in, backup, putting a counter on this, and giving it hexproof, so they permanently can protect it from any sort of removal. It makes a lot of sense. If an opponent only has one piece of removal in their hand, they try to use it, boom, this enters. They basically have to have 2 pieces of removal. They play this, flash it in to give the Mist Breath Elder hexproof. In response to casting the Cryptomancer, they would have to cast a second piece of removal just to take it out. And wow, that's pretty neat. And then they bounce it at the beginning of their upkeep, ready and waiting to use it again. It just keeps getting bigger. I like it. I like it a lot. Scary stuff, though. I think at some point I'll probably use the frog. I would bet. All right. Not sure what I was thinking there. Okay. Yeah, I think some more people will catch on to that Mist Breath Elder and a bunch of stuff from Bloomburrow. Pretty soon it is going to be spoiler season for Duskmourn. The Mastery Pass is not lasting long at all for Bloomburrow. I think it is only 6 levels, and I think Thunder Junction was 110 levels, which is crazy. I could probably make that work. Well, we got Castle Garenbrig, lovely. Commune, could be better. I think that's quite a bit better. Better-ish. Commercial District to start, lovely, lovely stuff. Regisaur Alpha will send to the bottom. Surik and Goreclaw could just... Oh, and a Sunken on top. Alright. Yeah, Surik and Goreclaw could just simply be better than Regisaur Alpha. Okay. I actually forgot the Sunken was on top, but certainly go with Commune. Find another... Gotta be a land, for sure. We want to... Excuse me. We want to keep hitting the drops, and it looks to be Golgari, Insidious Roots, the Yrga combos, whatever. Deep Cavern Bat sees what I got going on, but they can't get rid of the lands. I will be making 6 on turn 4. I have to imagine they'll probably get rid of Surik and Goreclaw. Well, possibly. They could be scared of the other dinos, but they might not realize that I can play Surik and Goreclaw on turn 4. They probably have some removal as well, but I did face this deck once before, 2 days ago. It seems pretty scary. It's good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Surik and Goreclaw has to be gone. Probably. I bet. Well, maybe not. Tyrranax Rex certainly is potentially scarier. Okay, fine by me. We'll just play it. I got another land. Nice that I can hopefully play the Tyrranax Rex and they don't have another Thoughtstalker Warlock. I don't like that guy. That's pretty fantastic. A creature, 2/2 menace. And well, I have to discard a card, basically. A pretty decent package. They have to use some sort of removal on Surik and Goreclaw, or get rid of T-Rex. I don't know that they can do both. Hopefully they can't. They certainly could have a Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, I forgot the menace was on the Thoughtstalker Warlock. I was kind of excited that I could block it. Bristlebud Farmer. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good, but hopefully this is a little bit better of a clock. Bigger, hastier, Bristlebud, trade with Surik and Goreclaw, fine by me. Ooh, okay. I don't imagine they can deal 16, but they might have something up their sleeve that I'm unaware of. A fairly newish deck. Could be painful. And, well, doesn't look too bad. Okay. Nothing fancy here. Fatal Push, fantastic to see that useless card go into the graveyard. No creature out at the moment they could get rid of. Kill. That's what it's all about. They have to have something really good. Otherwise they're just dead. Huh. They only have... Well, they will have 3 with the Darkboar Pathway. Okay, that's something. Shouldn't be too bad. They get a Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, okay. We should still be good. Okay, we're good. Okay. Got the job done as I was hoping to do, but this deck does feature a little bit on the life gain side of things. Do I like Leyline of Sanctity? I kind of do. Thoughtstalker Warlock, when it enters, choose target opponent. They can't target me, no discard. Deep Cavern Bat, no discard. Scavenger's Talent, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. They have part of that instant win combo on the spot. sacrificing Cauldron Familiar. Every creature is a food, so the one that's on the battlefield is sacrificed with Yrga, Eater of All, and one in the graveyard, and they keep cycling them back and forth, milling me out completely, but they can't because there's Leyline of Sanctity, so that is probably better. Regisaur Alpha will trim again. Regisaur Alpha is 2 bodies in 1. Palani's Hatcher is 3 bodies in 1 with the 2 dinosaur eggs that it makes, so that is, well, technically better. I might need to chump block, but we'll see. Sunken Citadel, though, could be pretty nice. Even though most of the dinosaurs have trample, that part from Sunken Citadel, giving it to every other creature, can be a little bit redundant. This hand, though, I'm going to keep it. It could be absolutely fantastic. Sad that it doesn't have Leyline of Sanctity, so, well, we'll see how it goes. Definitely. Turn Commune with Dinosaurs into a land. Castle Garenbrig. Very good. So we know what Sylvan Scrying should be grabbing. Sunken. Now hopefully they don't have too much land destruction, but then we'll find out. If they have hand hate, they probably would have gotten rid of Sylvan Scrying, I imagine, but, well, since it's still in my hand, we'll use it, and eventually we will be making 7. Now that can't happen on turn 4, but, well, I think eventually we'll get to Ghalta if the opponent is not fast enough. Okay. What will they get rid of? Probably Ghalta. That's the deadliest thing that can happen, but I mean, there's Vaultborn and T-Rex. Everything is basically bad, and Commune with Dinosaurs reasonably could dig and grab another Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. It's like, how do you choose? Okay. Well, fine by me. Get another. Ooh, oh, that's dirty. Technically not. There was no land or dinosaur in the top 5. I filtered through all that stuff. Either I'm going to get a land or another dino. It would be nice to play Vaultborn eventually. I think we'll play it. Hopefully we're not just dead. I guess we're taking a ton of damage here. That is, well, that is not fun indeed. Yeah, we'll choose that. And if they can't kill us next turn, we might just kill them. Now we're about to find out. Can they deal 9? Maybe 6. It's going to be close. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Well, I think we might be safe here. Return a creature card from their graveyard. They don't have any creature cards in their own graveyard. Huh. Not sure why they did that. Interesting. Guess we got him. Poof. You just have to live until the opponent dies.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Unless they can... Okay. I was getting a little bit worried. They had some sort of funny business up their sleeve, making me lose 3 life at instant speed or something like that. Guess you just try and kill him. Huh. Yeah. It's all got haste. Ooh. All right. That's what it's all about. Would have been nice kind of to see the full sort of combo with Yrga, Eater of All. I imagine some of you guys have used it, or you might have unfortunately faced it. But it's got a lot of lovely stuff, a lot of moving parts, and I think eventually it will continue to, well, it will continue to get refined, and certainly could become a force to be reckoned with. Nothing too scary though. If you have Leyline of Sanctity, part of, or a big part of the deck simply goes to waste, and it's completely useless. Which is what I want to be doing with a sideboard card, or main I could bring Leyline of Sanctity in the main. I know some of you have done that. I've done that myself. Just because I've been facing so much waste not, discard, pretty much that. When that was more common. Might as well. Hurt them in game 1 and sometimes they don't come back for game 2. Because, well, they couldn't do anything in game 1. That's alright. Ooh, yeah, I know. Discard. Rough stuff. However, this hand, not very rough. Sadly, there is no Castle Garenbrig or Sunken, one of the parts of the lands, but it's a bunch of lands. Commercial district, going to get me ahead, technically. A cause? Oh, well, it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, I like the sounds of it. Oh, Sylvan Scrying as well. Simic Guildgate is going to be a problem. This is 5-color gates, I imagine. Lots of nasty ramp, gates ablaze. For 2 and a red, deal X damage to each creature based on the number of gates they have. So we have to be worried about a sweeper, potentially. Do I want commercial districts? You know what? Sylvan to grab Castle Garenbrig. That's going to be our land next turn, plus the Sunken. This forest would be 7. Cavern would be 8. We don't really need to play commercial district, but yes, definitely post it in the Discord. I don't always talk about dinosaurs in the Discord. I play other games like I did Minecraft, but definitely just the focus of one thing. For whatever reason, I love it. Gross, okay. Keep in mind, they don't have any sources of red, so we don't have to worry about the gates, matters, sweeper. Well, it might not matter too much. We're going to be dropping Tyrranax Rex next turn, and they will not have 8 gates. Tyrranax Rex might just wreck this opponent. Oh yeah, absolutely. Minecraft, one of the best. I think most people at least have heard of Minecraft, so that is pretty nice. People passage to get to, oh good, okay, getting that source of, oh, this is weird. Huh. Fires of Invention. Never would have guessed that, but who knows what you're going to run into. Now we have to be worried about the spells they play for, oh, Cavalier of Gales? Okay. Okay. They can't play anything else. I still like my chances. Again, smack them for 8. That is great. Does the trick. It's better than what they were doing. Right. I could take out Fires of Invention, but at this point, Tyrranax Rex is likely far better than taking it out. We get Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant, they might just be dead and done for. It wouldn't be too bad. Gates Ablaze would take out every creature. Cavalier of Gales, 5 toughness. Well, they don't have 5 gates, so we don't have to worry too much about that. If they did have 5 gates, it would be kind of nice, but well, they wouldn't sweep because Tyrranax Rex wouldn't go down. Okay. Double Cavalier of Gales could be a little bit rough. At least I'm going to take out 1. They won't be attacking with the other. Oh, okay. 5-color Cavalier Invention. Invention of 5-color Cavaliers. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I'm going to have fun with the chapter on this one. Commercial District. Commercial District. Ooh. I mean, I do like seeing a Carnage Tyrant on top, but I kind of prefer a Surk and Goreclaw, hoping they don't have any counter spells. Yeah, this opponent is certainly combining a bunch of stuff. Do I attack? Maybe. I don't feel like attacking. The Cavaliers do have death triggers. If they didn't have any death trigger, I guess I would attack and trade with the Cavalier of Thorns or the Gales, because they have some sort of sweeper maybe. Huh. Interesting. They're going to sweep now. I took out the Cavalier of Thorns. Gates Blaze is coming up, which is now going to take out Tyrranax Rex, which it wasn't going to because they only have 7. But very nice. Oh, Deafening Clarion. Oh, that is definitely good. But that's definitely better. Huh.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Ruthless aggression.
Okay, that's what you want to be doing. I'll tell you that much. And Palani gets the haste from Surak, bigger, trample, boom. If you're going to top deck something, you might as well have the potential to top deck something that does that. Lovely. Ooh. You know, in the back of your mind, I could get this thing that, oof, they lose. I love that part. Doesn't always happen, but pretty cool when it happens live, that's for sure. Sunspine Lynx, I guess it makes a lot of sense. Dealing damage to each player based on their non-basic lands. This opponent could ramp decently, and most of everything they have is a non-basic. They got a couple basic lands, but for the most part it's gates. I mean, if it entered there, it would have dealt 7. We would have been dealt 5. We would have killed ourselves, but you know what? Nah, I'm going to keep it the same. I don't think this opponent has too much in the way of interruption, but we got to be worried about all the Cavaliers. I was kind of figuring it was going to be normal gates. They don't have too many creatures, and I think Cavalier of Thorns and Cavalier of Gales, all of those are probably sometimes a little bit better than the Gatebreaker Ram and the Gate something Colossus. 2 of the creatures that care about you having gates. Now, I don't know, the creatures can be very, very big indeed. Lovely to see that commercial district again. Might as well grab the Ghalta. It looks pretty positive. Mana-wise, Commune is going to dig, and I would imagine it's going to find a Sunken. I'll probably use it next turn. I don't have to. It's not like I have a Sylvan Scrying that I'm definitely going next turn. I don't have an Archdruids for turn 3 yet. But we'll go with that. Oh, looky there. What did I say Commune would find? Beautiful stuff, especially since it's our land for the turn. We could top deck Archdruid's Charm, playing Castle Garenbrig untapped with the commercial district. Archdruids grabs and puts another Sunken out, then we play another forest or the second castle. We're able to make 8 on turn 4. Surak and Goreclaw, haste to Vaultborn, haste to Carnage, dead. Hopefully. We'll see. I mean, it's not nothing. I like that. Hopefully. But again, we got to be wary and just respectful of the possibility of the explosiveness of this deck. Perhaps a little bit on the slower side, which I'm definitely happy to face. That's good for me. Classic fires in a Cavalier, I would imagine. Guild Summit, that's not too bad. I like the looks of this. Do I like Surak and Goreclaw? We'll get it down. I couldn't have attacked with Carnage Tyrant. Just getting Surak and Goreclaw, nice to have. For every other creature that I play down the line, it gets bigger, hastier. I think that's going to be lovely. I'm going to play Vaultborn next turn. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, well, as you can see, the ramp is getting out of control. Okay, Agent of Fine. It's not fun. But maybe the opponent will be done. I hope. still looks all right. It is pretty painful that they played the Agent of Treachery. Hopefully they don't have another one in hand. Archdruid's Charm can grab the next land that I need, possibly playing Ghalta. I could draw it. I hope I draw it. Vaultborn Tyrant, I'm going to try and trade with Surik and Goreclaw to get another copy of Vaultborn, another draw. Maybe that gets me my land. So it does seem like we'll probably have two chances. Two chances to see the other land. I like this. Hopefully they don't stop it somehow. Oh, there it is. Okay. As long as they don't have a counter spell. Well, they can't. Doesn't matter. Fires of Invention, they can't cast any spells, so I think they're dead. I'd be surprised if they weren't. Now, they could have some sort of cycling thing, which is not casting a spell, which could perhaps somehow... Okay. I like this. Yeah. Well, let's do what we got to do.
You have no power here.
They might have something up their sleeve. It could be Settle the Wreckage. They have 2 sources of white. They might be saying good game to make me think that I've won. But I might not have. Let me think. Another T-Rex and a Vaultborn. Feel it out. They haven't conceded yet. Interesting. Makes me a little bit suspicious. Okay. They were just happy to let me go through it. But yeah, they definitely try and be suspicious. If the opponent has a bunch of lands up, as they did there, they could have any number of nasty things up their sleeve, especially with a deck that ramps. Could have been Final Showdown from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the instant speed white sweeper. Takes a total of 6, but 4 and 2 white, I think. You can choose a couple modes. It's got the spree ability. But yeah, it's a instant speed sweeper, and they had enough mana to do that. That would have been fun. But if they did sweep Vaultborn Tyrant, I would have got 2 copies of that. They both would have seen each other. I would have drawn 4 cards and gained 12 life. They trigger on themselves, plus seeing the other one, 4 triggers. Packs. I guess I'll open up a pack. See what we got going on. Dawn's Truce? I guess it's the strictly worse heroic intervention, at least for me. But if you're not in green, it is nice that now you potentially have access, if you're in white, to hexproof and indestructible. But heroic intervention is 1 in a green. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. This, gift a card. So to give also indestructible and everything, you have to have the opponent draw a card, where heroic intervention, you don't have to do that. I don't know. Maybe the hexproof is a little bit better, but I gotta think indestructible would probably be more beneficial. Might as well. The opponent is using some removal before combat. You make everything indestructible so it's not destroyed. Then you get to attack and nobody gets destroyed because they're all indestructible. Hexproof would only help against that 1 piece of removal. Then if you wanted to attack, things would trade in combat because now they're not indestructible. So we'll see. Yeah, it was a pretty good night. Overall, nothing too super normal, but maybe this will be the Rakdos vampires for the night. Or is it Phoenix? It's actually been quite some time since I've faced an Is it Phoenix. At least a couple days. I usually expect to maybe see one a day. All depends how much I grind, and yeah, I definitely expect to see a vampires at least once a day at this point. Maybe, well, certainly not once it gets banned. That's for sure. Something, I don't know. I think it's going to be something else surprising, probably. Hopefully I get a chance to use the Sunspine Lynx. I could just bring it in, but that hand's beautiful. Sunken Citadel, choosing green, commune, to dig for a land, Sylvan Scrying to either grab another Sunken or the Castle Garenbrig that I'm missing. Now, is this Azorius? Well, we'll see. I'll go with Sunken. Commercial District next turn. Okay, Azorius Spirits. I imagine we may just be simply losing to this, and well, we need a forest type land at some point for... Yeah, we'll wait. I was almost going to use Commune, but I want the Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Again, chances are it may just be too slow. But hey, we got a Cavern of Souls. That's going to be quite helpful indeed. They're going to counter whatever I play. I'm almost certain of that, so let's draw the stuff out, you know? Well, we have Cavern to still play, to also go with Sylvan. If they spend... Okay, they don't. Well, I already have a Vaultborn. Might as well grab a forest just to, you know, play things safe a little bit. Gonna go with another commune, see if I get that castle. Play it now. Do it. Do it. Geistlight Snare for 2. Oh, Spellquiller. We will be hit for at least 4 coming up, but now I have the third commune, which I'm going to dig for the castle that is in the top 5. That's what it's all about. Next turn I make 6 for Carnage. Still, hold off on playing the Cavern. Make them think they can actually counter what I'm trying to do, which is not the case. Next turn, Vaultborn, big thing. It can't block any of their creatures, unfortunately, but at least it's going to gain 3 life and hopefully help me to stabilize. Oh. Do they have something to stop it? Probably a flashy spirit. Yeah, surprise, look at the lands. Ooh. You're wondering how I cast that. I tap 4 lands. You're like, that's not fair. That's not fair. I can't counter it. I can't. That is good. Uh-oh. I hear somebody's up. Somebody's crying. My daughter is up. I don't necessarily have to go take care of it. My wife will probably do that, but you know, we'll try. Dinosaur. Vaultborn Tyrant. Surprise. There you go. I hope. Is this going to help? Maybe. Can't stop it. Boom. Now it could just be dead from aggression. They're going to flash in potentially more spirits. We're at 8. We will go to, hopefully, 11. That would be nice. I don't think we're quite dead this turn. At least Carnage Tyrant attacking, playing the other Vaultborn next turn to then gain 6. That's going to be nice. I think that should stabilize okay. Yeah. We'll never know, though, that if this cavern would have been the other land that I had. It was Gyreet Sanitarium 2 nights ago. So that cavern, it could have been the Gyreet, but okay. Like I said, it's how she goes. It's good stuff. They got the job done. However, Arboreal Grazer, is that going to help me enough? Of course, it's reach, block a big spirit. if they get big enough that I'm scared about it. Certainly they could just be a bunch of 2-power stuff, so we get to constantly block every turn. Grazer is going to be quite nice, and Cavern of Souls, well, that's going to be named Dinosaur. I wouldn't expect to see the second one to use it and name Bear, just to stick Surk and Goreclaw. If I see it, it's Dino. We're going to be sticking the stuff, Vaultborn to stabilize, and yeah, Surk and Goreclaw, trim that. Hopefully we see a nice mixture of stuff for our Boyle Grazer. Yeah, the spirits were quick. Potentially, they were about to go down, and well, if you can play stuff with flash, even if it can't be used like you hope with the spell queller. There were no spells to exile, but it was just another body. 3 power with the Supreme Phantom is supremely good, and that hand is supremely good. Hopefully I see a Grazer, but you really can't ask for more than that. We could kill him, potentially. They're going to have a counter spell or something. I imagine they're going to stop Archdruid's... yeah, Mausoleum Wanderer 100% is going to do that, unfortunately. We don't need another Palani's Hatchery. We really need that Cavern of Souls. We'll make him sacrifice the Wanderer, for sure. Oh, okay. I like the Grazer. Would they stop it? Geistlight Snare? You know what? We're going to wait. They either have a counter spell that could stop anything, Grazer or Archdruids. At the end of the turn, they're going to flash in a Rattle Chains or something. Good. Oh, look, I've never played against spirits. Now, Mausoleum Wanderer, it's going to sacrifice itself. They can't let this happen. We got the Wanderer out of the way. We're going to be making 6 next turn with that Castle Garenbrig, but if I draw another Sunken or just another land, Grazer could be a difference maker. Hopefully they don't get another source of blue. It looks like they might be starved slightly in the land department. Okay, well, I like the sounds of this. This is going to be good. Okay. Maybe we can get something sneaky if we get a Cavern of Souls, possibly dropping Ghalta, everybody haste, everybody dead. I mean, I'll block the Rattle Chains and they won't be dealing damage to me, I hope. I like that. Stop some damage. Test the waters with the Regisaur Alpha. Again, I assume they got something. Geistlight for 1 blue. That's my bet. Nah, nuts. Who would have guessed? You know what, Commune? We're going to search for Cavern, I hope. Maybe. Eventually they'll run out of counter spells. I might be able to just resolve Regisaur Alpha here. Oh, okay. Well, you're thinking about it. You're wondering. Do you want me to maybe grab that Cavern or not? Okay, you do what you gotta do. Nice that I can get Regisaur Alpha. I don't have to worry about that being stopped. And now at least I have some bodies. Certainly going to attack with that Dino. I can't block the Spell Queller, and I mean, it's a 2-3. I wouldn't even take out my token. Yeah. We are getting pretty low though at 7. That's a little problematic. Okay. I mean, I'm sure they have a counter spell, but could this just kill him? Maybe. I'm certainly not playing Ghalta. They have mana up and something stopping something. Hopefully they don't have Ether Gust. That would certainly be painful. Maybe bounce Regisaur Alpha. Make him into a legitimate business person. Huh. We do have lethal at the moment. I do imagine they have some other spirit, but well, we'll see what happens. Could be good. Gonna bounce the token, perhaps. Oh, doing something with Regisaur. Hopefully they don't. It would be nice to swing with Carnage Tyrant, although I imagine we would be definitely dead if... we'll see. Flash and a Spirit to block Regisaur Alpha, and they live with 1 health to play a Supreme Phantom next turn for... We got to attack with everything at this point. There is no better play than that. Oh, well, okay, that was... Fortunately, they goofed up. They should have bounced Regisaur before combat, and I wouldn't have been able to attack with the Carnage Tyrant. But again, they could just play that Supreme Phantom, or 1 single enchantment. Another Curious Obsession would get exactly... Okay, good stuff, good stuff. They did what they had to do and got us. -1 to 1. Alright. Okay. I think we'll leave it there for now. I'm actually going to check in my daughter's room. Apparently she said she heard a mouse or something. That's why she woke up. Never know for sure, but yeah, a good night overall. Didn't get the Sunspine Lynx, and we'll see if I keep using it. I imagine it's probably a little bit better with Giant Cindermaw at least. Costing 2 in a red, easier to cast, being a dinosaur, and although you do lose out on the package of Sunspine, I don't think what it does, the other stuff, is super necessary. Damage can't be prevented. Any deck that is doing funny business, always stopping it, it's so uncommon that... I don't know. We'll see. Lovely art though, and it is a pretty cheap pickup, so if anybody's looking to try it in paper, just might as well. I think it's about $1 US for the regular printing. But yeah, we'll leave it there for tonight. Hopefully everybody had a good time. 5 ways cut. Anybody else watching right now, later on, whenever it is, wherever it is, hopefully had a good Monday or Tuesday, and hopefully at least watching this it was a little bit better. Okay. Peace. Have a good one.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody